What's good, YouTube? It's the novice. I just watched Peaky Blinders season one. It is such a shame that it took Netflix for me to watch a show that's I can watch on BBC iPlayer. Retarded. But what's not retarded is that I have seen bits of the first episode before, so I just decided to go through it and watch the whole season. Getting my Netflix password. But it's sad. I could have just watched it for free. But there's other things I can watch on Netflix, so I guess it's a double whammy. I don't think I used that word correctly. Anyway, um, Peaky Blinders, for people who don't know, I'm gonna give my non-spoiler thoughts and then just go into spoilers. But spoilers will be more like things that confuse me or put me off that I just need clarification on. I think more so. So non-spoiler thoughts. I like the show, obviously. Um, I like. I need to get on more like UK shows, especially the old school ones, because they make me feel some type of way that American ones can't necessarily. Or it's not even that. I'm just getting too used to American shows and getting too comfortable, and I don't like that. This is set in like early, like post World War One Birmingham. I like the feel of it. Like they keep reminding you that war has affected all of the men. Obviously, dealing with this crime family, the Shelbys. My favorite characters off top. These are the shiners for me. Aunt Paul or Polly and Tommy, obviously. But Tommy is the obvious one, so I'll just get Aunt Paul first. I like Aunt Paul. Keep it real. I like her. Like I want it. I want you. She- yes, yes, please. I don't know what it is, man. She gets my engine going. She's that kind of. She's a lady. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Tom Jones. Um, I like her, man. Also, I feel like she's the smartest in the family, not even Tommy. They make Tommy seem like he's that top dollar guy, and he is, but he has his shortcomings, which I'll get to. She is the top lady, but obviously, she can only do so much. She's a lady, um, meaning that Tommy has to be that patriarch in the family that takes charge. Um, but yeah, I like her. There's no like real thoughts that I have on Aunt Paul, apart from the fact that she is the best character for me. But that's only watching one season. And then obviously Tommy is like a close second, very close second. He is like obviously the lead, so of course. I like in the show when it comes to crime dramas, I need people who are above average. I don't need to be reminded of humanity. So I pay attention mostly to people like Aunt Paul and Tommy because those people are people who are about business and who are about making sure family is in order because family and business are tied with the Shelby family, the Peaky Blinders, and the a lot the and the businesses, and making sure things run smoothly, right? I like this for people who watch Power. Tommy is actually a better realized version of that, still with shortcomings, unfortunately. Um, Familiar ones, unfortunately, maybe I spoiled something, but yeah, Tommy is very similar in the sense that you can tell he wants to be more than just a criminal or just be thought of as that. Um, and I like him for that. It's more subtly implied though, compared to someone like Ghost and Power. Um, no other thoughts on Tommy. Yeah, I just like Tommy. I like that he's always like thinking ahead. You can tell. But here's the thing about Tommy. I felt like he wasn't as smart as he could have been because of what police officer Campbell a little bit, and one big obvious thing with Grace and her character, the things that he was just blinded to as far as those characters were concerned. It didn't make too much sense. I understand Grace being the love interest, you would be like blinded to that. And they remind in the near the end, Aunt Paul, she's like, Aunt Paul's the best. She reminds him of that. Only someone as smart as you could be blinded by females. Yes. But Tommy just seems too smart. He just seems too smart for something like that. Sorry, I jumped. There's a bee. There's a bee by my window. Forget it. Don't worry. I was like, whoa. Um, But yeah, Tommy just seems too smart for that, and that's one of my flaws with him. The few flaws I have. Apart from that, the PTSD. Obviously, I mentioned that already. It's after World War One. Everyone's a bit. You can tell the men. This is already like a grimy type of um, show because you're dealing with criminals and criminal gangs, different territories. Um, but you everyone feels especially on edge, but in the worst way. Whereas like everyone's got still got shock, that cultural shock, an individual shock after the war. They just some people just hide it more than others. Tommy's one of them, and I'm interested to see where that goes. But I like that that was subtle. This is good writing. This show has good writing for sure. I like that the different players. So there's the Lee family, the Gypsies. That's another thing I like about the show. There's something I haven't thought about in years, like properly. I feel like since events like the Iraq War and stuff like that, especially in the UK, people have more like the cultural thing. Fear has more to been towards like anti-Muslim bigotry, anti-Semitism, resurgence, but that's always been like on and off. Unfortunately, in European history, um, going back to Peaky Blinder times. Um, but there was a time where I remember being in school and learning about that discrimination that gypsies go through, or we call them Romans now. So, but either way, so I like that. I like that. Benjamin Zafania was in the show. Um, I won't say who was playing, but if you know who I'm talking about, he's a poet in the UK. You'll see him, like immediately, almost immediately, if you're watching. And then apart from that, Arthur. The only way I liked Arthur, the only positive to the show, is that he shows a side, and then he shows like the emotional sides that they could explore more in future seasons. And then apart from that, yeah, like something he does that is just not normal, but you can argue again because of the times, so they just don't treat it the way they should. But it is not normal. Like he he needs to deal with his shit, and if he don't, he's gonna do what he did again. He seems, you know what he is? He's the geezer, quote unquote, archetype, like a bit like no, like chipped up. He's that dude who it doesn't take a lot. He just kicks off. You want son? Yeah, come on, let's have it. Ah, he's that kind of dude. And you know what? I wish they explore more of him. But apart from that, he's irrelevant to me. And the rest of the family, like John, I only like him through the eyes of Tommy because it shows that he cares about his brothers and taking care of them. Um, but yeah, he was okay. He's irrelevant. What's her face? The sister, irrelevant to me. And then that's it. Yeah, I like the show. Oh, obviously Grace didn't prove her worth to me until like the third episode, and um, she was meh. She was meh to me. She was I don't know. There's something about speaking of power. There's something I just don't like about. It's hard with women. I get it, especially in that period. But I don't want to use that as excuse. I need because Aunt Poe is so fire to me. She's such a great character. She's written so well. I understand. You know, forget it. She is not a good character to me. She felt like she was just the trope of you're there, you're the love interest, you're a spy too, and you're doing like something double dipping on the side. Not in that way, but but you're doing your own thing. And then Police Officer Campbell, up until the very end, again, it's to do with emotions. I like it when people. I don't like when TV reminds me of real life. People are irrational and stupid. Because Police Officer Campbell, he seemed like that dude, especially in the first episode. And then something happens in episode 5, and it's like, eh. But it showed the human side to him again, like Arthur, like Tommy. they're reminding you that these people are broken men. These are broken people, and we're living in times where society may not see through that, or they may just dismiss it as, you know what, you just went through some shit. You'll get over it. Yeah, just pray to God in this. By the way, this is a spoiler. Is Tommy an atheist? Is Tommy an atheist? I want to know because he doesn't. I wonder, is he like Matt Murdock in season 3 Daredevil, or is he an atheist? Like he doesn't, like, I don't care about this, so therefore he said, I don't know, that guy. There's so many interesting things about the show. I tried as hard as possible not to do spoilers, but I got spoilers. So yeah, that's it. I like this show. This show could have been like 5 episodes. Didn't it have to be like 6? It could have ended after the 5th episode. Watching is there like an hour long, so I got to 3 episodes, and it felt almost like I watched the entire season. So yeah, that's it. I like the show. Um, the only spoilers I have is just like certain slang words. Like I recognize slancha. I've heard people use that before. What does diddy koi mean? Certain slang terms, and then the flaws. I say, um, did anyone feel like the accents started to gel together, like the Birmingham accents with some of the Irish? That was weird to me. There's a character played by an actor who's Scottish, and he's in another show that I've seen on Netflix. This guy sounded the same to me. They're all meant to be majority from Birmingham, and then there's some Irish people in the show as well. I don't understand. That was weird. Yeah, that's a flaw. Other than that, oh, and then this is the spoiler section. All the flaws. How long was Ada pregnant for? Because in episode 2, she was meant to be like 6 weeks late, and then by episode 4, the end of episode 4, she was ready to give birth. So that makes absolutely no sense. Even with TV logic, it makes no sense. But other than that, the show was great. It could have ended. It was so good. It could have been like 4, 5 episodes tops. Like it felt like a finale in the second to last episode, and it wasn't. That was interesting. But yeah, I like it. I'll definitely recommend it if you haven't seen it. Um, Tell me your thoughts if you have watched it down below. Thanks.